I get parents coming to me once the crisis hits their home, once the fire engulfs their home, and they start to say to me, look, my child identifies as gay, my daughter wants to be a boy, my daughter wants to leave Islam, my son wants to leave Islam, what do I do about this? And of course, at that stage, you can't say, what did you do beforehand? But the reality is that as a community, we're very poor at responding to things in a proactive way. We wait for crisis to hit us, and then we say, oh, I didn't know. And I think, one of my major problems is not only how we engage with schools, but how we raise children. I see lots of Muslim children who are not being raised. And I think maybe we can discuss this further in this podcast at different levels. But the apathy really is something we need to move away from and actually realize that what's at stake for us and our children and our families if we don't act. And can we afford to wait until the crisis hits our home? Because it hits many homes. And most of us don't know about this, because who's going to advertise that this is happening in their home, that their daughter wants to be a boy, that their son identifies as gay? I get called, like last Ramadan, I got a call from a mother who said, look, my son's Hafiz al-Quran. He's left Islam and he identifies as bisexual. And subhanAllah, I was like, oh, so this is ajib. Yeah, this is really a strange thing, but sometimes we are almost oblivious to the consequences of living in a society that is secular liberal. There's a push for sexual freedom, and the only care is about consent. So they teach consent. If you as a boy or a girl consent to a sexual relationship, that's all that matters. There's no moral considerations whatsoever, just the legal ramifications. As long as the girl consents to the boy consents to the girl. And then I speak to non-Muslims who say, look, I remember I used to speak to non-Muslim activists, Catholic activists, who used to stand outside these abortion clinics. And they used to say to me, look, we stand outside bearing witness. This is before the law came into being that stopped this exclusion zone outside, the buffer zone outside these clinics. But before that, they were outside speaking to people. And they said, look, most of the girls that come to, and this is East London, most of the girls that come to these clinics are hijab-wearing girls. Really? They've committed zina. Yeah, they've committed zina with their boyfriend. Their parents completely oblivious. They're going to school, they're coming back, they're getting good results. Oh, really? My daughter's doing really well. They're committing zina. They go to the school and they say to the school, oh, I'm pregnant, but I don't want this child because I'll get in big trouble. The school takes them to the abortion clinic. They get an abortion. They come back. The parents are not informed.
Well, hold on 1 second. Are you actually suggesting that a school would get involved?
They do.
And assisting under a certain age?
Yeah,
15?
obviously they could be 13, 14, 15.